Okay, abusuan be ma kwa abashon so e ba POG Media so. Yere meko political highway ni so highway ni de ensem bebre so ayen so ya Japan se be me abadwafo no ahu de ekọ ene de e ba yembonra yensem ni abusuan aye Otumfour osei tutu e de ensem bi ababetuda ensem no o de abawura aye Akuffo ado akachia enye izikra so tu ne fo o kachire no se emre bi Ghana for the ekom ene anibre ene to abati a Dr. Bawumia na sisi anso no Otumfour aswoden ti wanye de wanti sa pepepe ekom ne anibre no sa na Ghana for so ede to etia ono ene Dr. Bawumia enye asem keto akra nti no Otumfour enso ede na no ababetuda ode na no nsem ababetuda after say they declare eye John Dramani Mahama Rena enye easy. Client say mo mbene beda ye be abidafo no be me akona yakwakuti ensema e course na answer na e be kono o ensem kan bi afahye the comment section like na share my phone so answer into me enkebi aha POG Media so what am I say
he did it and so say ade we yesi e wo open so a the papa. The next NDC Mahama-led administration should also sit up and make sure, say, this thing would never happen. Here, Otumfour to Nana-Addo Akuffo Adofo. Or say, you 2016 about the way, you know. Or say, one country, John Mahama say, Abano, and ye come and ye libre and a toye. Now, one another also balance one yamabuni ya, ye the come and libre between ya. Nana-Addo Akuffo Adofo bufuti and ye dia toa by the tia John Dr. Bawumia. And then Bibiao Nana-Addo Akuffo Adofo semi prejudice ne ho bufuti and a Ghana for and that toa by the tia Dr. Bawumia.
Never seen na Bawumia na so to hold day.
Dr. Bawumia ye won the tikoma ne kasa bebre lectures upon lectures, questions upon questions, finding solution to the unusual things. After the open soa, na after akwakoye bu achibidi. Ene ne ye da so team Mississippi no. Ene ho bufuo and a Ghana for the toaba. And it is the will of the people, and I'm happy for the fact that Ghana for and Akasa, and nothing could change that result. I sat on this same platform before, say, Yaba toaba no. And I make her say, Yempe runoff. And the press conference be a man about the Daniel Tipaye. It's no be lusuno, on lusu miserably, no be winning, on winning convincingly.
Bawumia kasa ope gab no.
Ope gab no when you
gab kasiye.
And he indeed got the gab. Dr. Bawumia, this is not the end of you. You are a very fantastic man, a very knowledgeable man. But this time around, Ghana for one go back, go and sit down. Reflect.
Are you sure the NPP would bring Bawumia back in 2020?
Whether or not depends on the NPP. And the one they decided. Go and sit down, including your running mates. Montanasi. Now, my videos are more morals are more coin now. Montanasi, I'm share my videos. No, some more kind. I said to Ghana for Asuma.
Then I can say, I'm on channel international.
I'm on Montanasi.
They are more.
My videos are more coin. Rallies are more coin. My videos no.
Professor Akuffo hey. President Akuffo Professor Kasim Kasanga.
Yes. Montanasi.
Na puntinase. Na campaign no ye in a baby or kasa ye bia no.
I'm the video no.
I'm videos.
If I children one kasa.
3 times. Each video be a more impressive mano. The Mbusan say on one throw a comment.
Or true we are. Then he will come to Ghanaians, or he'll come back to Ghanaians as
and
a
apologize.
Mind.
No. I never refined the crowd, but I think that any day with Napo on a ticket of the NPP, as MP, fine, let it go. Napo kwa primaries, or any region apart from Ashanti region, no be lusu. Okay? Napo had it fala because of his association with Menchia Palace.
Absolutely.
So, at a point, the constituents, now your delegates, now what NPP felt that if we vote against him, we have voted against President Akuffo, we have voted against Menshia. So any given day and time, delegate or Menshia constituency saw the need, say, Yemfa Napo appreciate Akuffo any Menshia IV.
Which is absolutely
but he took it for granted. And naturally, Napo is very arrogant. Naturally, Napo mbunipa. And you do baby I see a share politicians then you kind of and say, look, 21st century politics, it's not about GDP, gross domestic product. It's about HDI, Human Development Index. It's the 21st century politics now, and we've gone past GDP. And years back, people who understood GDP and could explain with their economic jargons, were those people who were seen to be very, very knowledgeable. But Mahatma Gandhi and the others that came from the Asian tigers redefined the 21st century politics. That look, it's not about how much the country can boast of having, but it is how well the people are catered for. And it will go Singapore. Every year, Singapore in your surplus, echema amanfo.
Yeah.
Enti, one way GDP, and I'm economist, no. Say ye pe one more Human Development Index and I say. And that's why I've said that. Me, if I were president, Dentina obi eco school, ewo Greater Accra. Na Accra school no kono private school no otrachen aban school. What are the ratio? What are the Human Development Index analysis and criteria? And ewo private school na any aban school. That's number one. Number two. And then aban school na ewo and cry no. Otwi twa chen aban school mu student a owogo mu atachimai. So these disparities, and as I say, modern day politician, as I say, fix these disparities are a what system name. Eti yenye pilot. Eti woko ebia achirensuya. Yenfe kurabi tu. Ne yakase enkwada be 10 bi wo ho. Yedomo ye pilot project. Eti say kura na say wa achirensuya kurabi asu tu no. Mo kura ya se hey. Aban be that to generator. Yenyan connected mumba national grid na so, but abany akoto generator de abesi krum ho. Enam sa nkola 10 ne penti. Sa nkola 10 no. Abany sheda consciously empathy chedi back wo de bi obefin kran ko kire English. Because ye pekoya ebe build the mental capacity of the Ghanaian child. Na teacher ni back so free Cape Coast emra. Na yen fa teacher ni back free Tamale Emra. Na yen conscientize sa nkoda 10 no ema me ne papa say fa hye wo ba ne trim say teacher ni fin kran ton na ba kire wade. Teacher ni fi Cape Coast ton na ba kire wade. Teacher ni fi Srim ton na ba kire so na ba kire wade. Nti dey nti na aban so ato generator besia. Na wa ma okane a abanya ma books. Na so mpese obesua de. Wo yesa we gu me ma me ne papa ne nim ase. We gu kuro ye nim ase. We gu wa ho nim ase. We gu teacher for na ebede nim ase. This is how you begin to build the mental capacity of Nkola so that by the time they attain 15 and upwards, their Human Development Index ratio had begun. So you do not have to sit down and talk about GDP and the macroeconomic indicators, microeconomic indicators, enterprises in the economy. No, you don't do it that way. We are the no. But say a trensuya to Krumono. Sakwara no te wono.
The deficiency.
What did they classroom? exam hall. What for greater Accra? The Kokan home exam hall. The competition will be keen. Building obidi
Human capacity index, yeah.
What building no? 21st century, sani ye politics. And your politics are what's no my idea economy no. Oh, I'm fine, Debbie. So economy no a strong said day. Na enipa na te o man mu no and reflect on mo life mu a hard dream. And then the opulence eba nipa trim. But opulence sometimes is very perceptive.
Yeah.
So what do you have to do as a leader and say? Enipa do what saying and a woman ma ehia won. And that is why I keep blaming the Ghana Statistical Service that they do artificial work. The things that they do, it is not real. Okay? And say Ghana Statistical Service, to me, it's not proper. Now, ye devoid of any party in power. Say, Ghana for do saying, they find it very difficult to get 5 Ghana cedis. It's yen you see 5 Ghana cedis upwards and could do 200 Ghana. Say, o minor yetimu Ghana. Say, o minor yetimu. Yesika ni na ye try no. Yesum eye we bi
200 Ghana.
200 Ghana. Ghana for the door saying the sikana so no every day. Obetime hu bi anim. If currency that is why America say the very first $500 we mu try our George Walker Bush senior time no they locked it up almost one money and it never came. It became one of the hard locked currency okay. America. And this is what they did. It is what I realize here. We call Iran dollar na hono. The value no was so $10 na America.
Yeah.
Because somebody else so.
Yeah.
So what it means is that America decided that we should be able to make sure say more than 50% of our population yesika ne kese na wo na ye $100 bill no. We benya more than half of our population every day. That is how you build, you develop people.
Yeah.
Eti Ghana has to say, any part of those centers was sorry no pa.
Very difficult.
Obetimi akasa me wo 50 Ghana every day. So 50 Ghana.
You know, if you think about it, yeah, minimum wage, 18 Ghana cedis, a little above 18 Ghana cedis, which cannot buy a loaf of bread, a common loaf of bread. It's been top.
See,
and you see, that is why I was talking about Nana Akuffo. Nana, with all due respect to you, it is not about how long you serve, but how well you serve.
That's right.
And this is from PW Lumumba. It's not about how long you serve. Kwame Nkrumah came to serve for 7 years.
Just 7 years.
And look, he has done extremely wonderful, and Nana Akuffo is benefiting from his legacy. Me, I'm benefiting from the legacy that I'm maybe near a woman, but I'm still benefiting from Kwame Nkrumah's legacy. Can Nana Akuffo legacy be enjoyed by me ba me nyanwo na ohye funumu in the next 20 years, the next 30 years? It's not about how long you serve.
Sure. Policy Mahama de here. I showed you where he came from, right?
One of the fantastic policies.
Show you the documents. Show you the documents from where it came from. Ghana, for let me tell you this. Maybe a year cost say wa brabom no ho. Yatra ena economy grow he. Economy no grow he. You see, Nanado Bibia bibia fi ono ani trimu ba yesa yemfa campaign. Enye free SHS o. Free SHS no Ghana constitution. Yeah. Progressively free.
Yeah, sure.
But ono ene be bie mu Mahama shase no be bie mu ye the free but infinity mu. Ade e free na do trimu e dikan eye one district one factory.
Okay.
One village one dam. Two wonderful things. But next time Akuffo or your campaign will be beka mu na so wasrem say I had a hear dam to one village one dam okan no. Na ese say ohu say we leader now the policy be about first thing you have to do is say how how many people na ye poor e wo country no a sa policy na wo dey ba no e betimi aboa mo free ohim. So one district one factory what is going to do is say district bit say Gumua district ohia wumpa as compared to Kaswa no. So what the factory ko si Gumua takwa Gumua techima Gumua de bisu Gumua Yamfro Apam Junction Gumua Kumasi anasa here ana Gumua Nyemia sa factory na wo dey akosi wo no say be fa nipa be 200 pempa make sure say in Krona etwa sa factory no ho sheri na wo district no no at least you would have one person from each village
benefiting.
Benefiting. When would you say ohia by one person by one community? But one district, one factory, no. NPP when you know, and on better Ghana for say, Sabi, you name answer, or Montebro for chair. Obi abayne say, Nanado so no be the president. Obey one district, one factory, no. Oje, omo winning election, we are no my another document. Ababa catch and say, a public-private partnership. So what it means is that when ya obia why not just so near buying the carbon SC factory, just buying to be in C factory. So number one, in fact, man ADB. Gomwa ADB. And don't forget, say when I go Gomwa mem se or what secure by na just so factory, I will Gomwa. Maybe to a some was secure the factory now, me fan Gomwa. But the reason is that I am an investor, I am not an investigator. So if you are building a factory, you become an investor, not an investigator. I buy a bit diako. Now buying esi bungalows. Then what be a tumrika up workers are now why incorporate communities na home. So one district, one factory was a solid policy. But I know so no on the buy and an accurate Wajman Rollins with the 31st December Women's Movement. When they were dotting across this country, cocoa factory, den factory, den factory, factory. So nanka nanado to me ye enwa anka each factory ebema NPP 5,000 votes. So anka each factory ebema nanado 5,000 votes. Ebema NPP 5,000 votes. So for phone no, for calculator. And I'll break it down for Ghana for to understand. So 2 MPP 4 womonte. Aya mu fi say ye kasa omadrium say umkuta master's degree ye ni binti no as enyansa ni yetiri. I want to pump some sense into their heads. 5,123 times 276 constituencies. That alone, anka one district, one factory, ebema NPP 1,380,000 votes. One district, one factory, bema NPP 1.3 million votes. Why am I saying this? Watch this. So we see factory be a direct employment. Just 200. Assume say 75% of one ebe yes ejumano or factory no no. They only hear what girlfriend. They only ba hwe ne mami.
Yeah, sure.
They ne mami ni wo hwe ne papa. They ne mami ne papa ni wo hwe ne nua ketewa. They ne nua ketewa ni wo wo fa asemi ba ba school fees. They only offer so hono kwa yase bonsa. They only on kwa yase enkonko bonsa no or baby odidwa. So one individual are connected to more than 200 people at any given time. And the 200 people now, when we are connected to that one person, no, by economic calculation, they are also connected to another 200 people. And the 200 people also connected to another 200 people. Until the last 200 person say you're very rich, no. It is like a OTBC factories, no. And a factory back could be a 200 or you say a bind dia. And kada MPP ever 1,380,000 votes and went down. Nobody can contest it, but they didn't do that. They chose to use $312 million. Opoku inamne sofo Victor Kusibuatemu ediko tu tokuru. Ene da hono. Tokura bodu se ene da hono. So Mahama and Nkukon policy now. One day will tell you where it's coming from. Look, let me tell you, Nkukon policy no is the best policy ever to bring people out of poverty to get food to eat. Number one, machine so because if you train me buy one, Ghana, scarcely the import $2.1 billion every year. Sika de kra akoko furu memempe ye de kra akoko furu ba Ghana ha 2.1 billion US dollars ye de kra akoko furu countries ye kra akoko nam no kase free Netherlands eti Mamela Bianca nyame fa de kra nsie yi je na otimi kra containers by 700 toda one day bi o maame no oyi 812 containers obaba ko one day. You know, eti sasika we nyina no. And I say, look, yemfa $2.1 billion no. Yemfa mu $200 million pe. Na yenja 1.9 billion on to Ghana accounting.
You know, we say we the before so to us no. Is it not
okay, abusia we ne ensema ekoso our political highway so aye Otumfour and edisa ensem na ba betu bia o say we the Ghana for decide obia omo pese odi omo so na enibre ene ekom ene chese Ghana for edi tutia NPP amanyoko no no ankasa kra no ono otutia eye NPP a enye easy kra ye beda masesam je pene kokoti sa odiwe ede mi aha POG Media so beda mase